So the new Civilization game is releasing and you want to go back through history and play the earlier games, and today I want to show you how to run Civilization 3 but in HD and with an audio fix, which does not just come ready-made. So the best way to get Civilization 3 is to buy it off of GOG.com. That's a website that sells games very much like Steam, but it allows you to download games in any way you like, really. You can just download an exe to install the game, but that's not going to be necessary today. Linked below is a referral link to Civilization 3. If you use that, thank you. Now, this is the GOG page for Civilization 3 Complete. You can just buy it, I already own it, and if you use the GOG Galaxy installer or whatever you like, you can just install the game as however you like, manually or with the GOG Galaxy, it doesn't really matter. Once you install it, what you have to do is you need to run the game once, and it's going to run in an abysmal resolution. Let me see if I can show you this. So you can have a desktop shortcut if you like. This is the Civilization 3 Complete install directory. So I'm just going to click the Launch Civilization 3 shortcut here. That should work fine. And let's see how it looks. Yes, press yes to any security questions. And it's going to start launching in this abysmally low resolution. Yes, I know, 2K. So this is going to be the game as out of the box. If we, for example, just quick start into a new game here, and you can see it's not HD widescreen, is it? It's the dawn of civilization is looking rather small. So this is not what we want, but we need to launch the game once anyway, because when you launch games for the first time, before you ever mod or change anything with the game, you want to launch the game first. One, to make sure the game actually works and it's not you that messed it up, and or rather, to make sure if you mess something up, you know whether it's you or whether it's the game that has a problem. But also, when you launch a game for the first time, it tends to make a bunch of folders and files just to make sure everything is there, okay? So we've launched the game. Let's press escape. Yes, quit immediately. And just quit the game. Just quit the entire game. Now, because it changes your resolution, where's my folder? Okay, here's the install directory. So once you launch the game, what you should have is a folder called Conquests. So this Conquests folder is basically the folder for the expansion. If you double click this, it looks like a whole other install directory because it kind of is. It's for the Civ 3 Conquest expansion. What you're looking for is this Conquests. It's called a configuration settings type of folder, but generally it's a .ini folder, which basically means this is where options are saved. So you know the options menus in games? It's basically, you know, an actual file. Now I've set it so that if I double click it, it opens it in Notepad. If that doesn't happen and your computer asks, what should you open this with? Don't worry, you can always right click a file and then you can look at open with, and it might say Notepad, or you can choose another app. If Notepad is not there, you can choose another app and then find Notepad. You know, there's more apps, you can find Notepad and open it with that, you know, and you can say always use this to open INI files. That's up to you, but generally you want to open this with Notepad. And then what you want to do is scroll all the way to the bottom, right? And then we're going to add one line. So we're going to add this line. It's keep res equals 1. You can just to be safe, make sure the capitalization is the same as this. It shouldn't really matter, but generally you want to put keep res equals 1. Good. This just basically means that the game should stick to the resolution of your monitor. You know, if you have a 4K monitor, things might get very small, but generally this is going to be better than things being too big. So then you just Control S to make sure it saves. You can also just go File, Save, make sure that's saved, and then you close that. Now, when you launch the game, we should get the game in widescreen. So let's go ahead and try, before we do anything else, I'm going to show you the sound fix in a bit. Launch Civilization 3, press yes to any security questions, and it should launch the game. And you can see now, oh, it still looks like it's 4:3, but wait, this menu is a little bit too small. What's all this black around it? So obviously some graphics in a game are fixed size. They don't just scale up. Let's go ahead and let's play the last world, because we started the world just now. Oh, I guess we have to... let me just do quick start. Quick start. Get me into a game. There we go. And you see, everything is in HD widescreen. Oh, look, our starting is much smaller. The icons all, you know, are all in the correct positions, in the corners and stuff. And if you build something, let's build Rome. And look, there's a little, you know, city. Of course, graphics like this are gonna be too small. They don't just automatically scale up. But outside of this, we do, as you can see, have a big, nice world map here. You can see if I walk over here, you can actually see all of this stuff very, very clear and easy. All right? Very nice. So if you want to keep res and play at maybe a smaller resolution, like generally old games tend to look best, I think, at 1600 by 900. It's still widescreen, but it's not quite so zoomed out. What you have to do is you have to set your desktop resolution to 1600 by 900 and then load into Civ 3, right? That will be very nice. Oh, that's unlucky for us. But now, oh, that's very unlucky for us. Wow, what are the odds? Anyway, now, there's one more fix you want to do for Civilization 3. So let's exit the game. Yes, exit immediately. Now, what happens for a lot of setups is that when you go into the diplomacy screen, there's a sharp audio glitch and then no music plays. The game is perfectly playable, but during diplomacy screens, you have... there's no music, and the sharp audio glitch can be very annoying and very grating. So there's one thing we have to download, or rather two files. So let's go ahead and get those. Okay, here we are, indirect sound. This is a bit of a weird fix. Even in the realm of fixes and moddings, this is kind of strange that it does just kind of work the way it does. But this indirect sound is basically, it helps fix the audio on some older games. So you can see where do I get it, download the latest indirect sound right here. You just click this, and it's gonna download an indirect sound zip folder. Now, if you need help opening a zip folder, I do recommend downloading and installing 7-zip, but Windows should be able to get these files no problem. Let's go ahead and get those files. Okay, so for convenience, I just put the indirect sound in my Civilization install folder. So this is a zip file. If I double click it, we've got 7-zip that opens this. And you can see there's a few files in here. Now, you don't really need the readme.txt, but it's fine if you just copy it in. We need these two files right here. So you can control click those two files, right? And what we need to do is navigate back to that conquests folder, and you want to select these two files and drag them over to the conquest. Don't drag them onto anything, drag them just out into an empty space, drag them into the conquest folder. So it's just adding these two files into your Civilization 3 conquests folder. And that's it, that's all you have to do. Now, when you go back into the game, we can close this window. So when you go back into the game and launch the game, everything should be a-okay. We've got the game running in HD widescreen. We've got it, we've got the audio fixed. When you reach diplomacy screens, it will play the music no problem. That's all you have to do. So there we go. New Civilization is on the way, and jumping back into Civilization 3 is still fun. I think it's got some of the funnest music of the series. I still think Civilization 2 has the best music, but Civilization 3, it's a fun look back. There's some weirdness to it, but I definitely recommend just checking it out. And that's how you play it in HD widescreen and with fixed audio. Enjoy!